Hey, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing, Foodie Gang? You are tuned into Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang Season 3, Episode 24. We are just chugging along. Go ahead and hit the like button on your way in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the channel, and become a member. And shout out to Dr. Frizzle in the building. He said, "Hey 907 goodies and foodie gang." So you are tuned in to the right live stream today. We are going to be making stuffed pasta shells with spinach and beef, and this is our 200K celebration. We have hit 200,000 views on our YouTube channel 907 Goody. So, y'all know I've been talking about these pasta shells for a minute, but we finna get into it. And this is my first time making them, but I have seen them all over social media, and we are gonna get into it. How are you doing, Kelly? Y'all, so I went live earlier. I made breakfast tacos. They were so good. You have to check out that live stream. I got my beef right here. We're going to start sauteing that pretty soon here. Ricotta cheese. I have some fresh spinach. If you have canned spinach or frozen spinach, you can use that as well. And then I have 2 whole eggs. And then I have grated Parmesan cheese right here. Black pepper, granulated garlic or garlic powder, whatever you want to call it. Basil, Italian seasoning, and then sea salt. And I will put the recipe in the video description. I got a little bit of mozzarella cheese, a little bit of fresh parsley, and back here, I started this before you guys got here, Foodie Gang, so that the flavors of this sauce could be amazing. So I have my marinara sauce here that I use fresh garlic in. And this sauce is delicious. Let me fix my lighting. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my 15 minutes. But hit the like button, Foodie Gang. So yes, I have a marinara sauce that I already prepared. And it is still hot. This has been cooking for a couple, probably like two hours or so. So, well, Foodie Gang, y'all know what's going on. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our beef cooked. That is the first thing we have to do. I have already par cooked the pasta shells. And let me show that to you guys while we are waiting for our pan to heat up. I'm going to put this on medium heat and put a little bit of oil down just so that when I put the ground beef in there, it doesn't like stick to the pan. And Kelly said, "I'm good. How about you?" Doing really good. Looking forward to these pasta shells. Let me show you guys what the shells look like. So I cooked these already. And so they are cooked all the way. And they are ready to be stuffed. It's finna go down, Foodie Gang. Okay, so we got our pan right here. We're going to get our beef on there and cooking. Let this pan heat up. Let me turn it up a little bit. How is everyone doing? What did you guys eat so far? What time is it? Where are you watching from? One thing I will say about these new pans that I got, I do feel like because these pans are thick bottom, they take longer to heat up. Whereas my last pans, did not take as long. So I know y'all have been seeing this recipe all over. So I thought, you know what, Foodie Gang? We need to go ahead and give it a try. Got my meat in there. Turn my pan up. It's not sizzling the way I like. So what we are going to do, Foodie Gang, we are going to brown the ground beef, and then we are going to add our fresh spinach into the ground beef, and then we're going to place our seasonings in there and get our beef all nice and yummy. And then we're going to get a mixing bowl, and we're going to mix our beef with the ricotta cheese, Parmesan cheese, and then the egg. And we're going to place this in the oven for a little bit. For a little bit. Put some Italian seasoning in here. A little bit of salt. Sea salt. Put some basil in there, Foodie Gang. Foodie Gang, hit the like button. Talk to me, talk to me. Okay, then we got some garlic powder, granulated garlic going in there. And as you can see, we got a lot of seasonings that we're putting in here because we got to keep in mind that we're going to mix this ground beef with ricotta cheese that doesn't necessarily have a ton of flavor. So it looks like a lot of seasoning, but this beef is going to get mixed and become a part of our filling. And we want our filling to be very flavorful for our stuffed pasta shells with spinach and beef. I also have some more fresh garlic. This garlic is so delicious if you get a garlic bowl and you cut a clove off, you smash it. This will be like the best garlic that you have ever used. And you will really see the difference from jar garlic. But, Foodie Gang, this is what I say. Do what you gotta do. If you only have jar garlic at home, then you know what? Go ahead and use it. But if you have the opportunity to get fresh garlic, get the fresh garlic. Okay, so our meat is smelling good. And it is almost all the way brown. Pretty soon here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the spinach. And this is actually a good time to get the oven turned on and to start heating it up and getting that ready. And I am definitely smelling the garlic. It smells delicious right now in my house. It smells really good right now. But yes, Foodie Gang, hit the like button. Support the channel. Put some money on the stove at the Cash App money sign Chef Big Bank. Or you can send a super chat with your thoughts. We just hit 200,000 channel views. So we are super excited about that. But thank you guys all so much for Foodie Gang for watching. For making my recipes. I really appreciate that, and I love when you guys tell me that you made one of my recipes and it was super delicious. I love having, feedback, but I've never gotten any negative feedback. But if I did, you know what, I wouldn't even be mad because everybody has a different eating preference. Everybody eats differently. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eats differently. So, here we go. I can smell that Italian seasoning. I can smell the garlic. Can y'all smell the Foodie Gang? It smells wonderful. And I'm cooking in my new pots, and I have nothing but great things to say about these pots. Okay, so if you have a beef that has a lot of grease after you cook it, you are going to want to drain it so that it doesn't get into your mix. And because I am using fresh spinach, this may put off a lot of water as well. So I'm actually going to wait to drain my beef until after my spinach is cooked. And I'm just going to put the spinach in there. And yes, it looks like a lot of spinach, but when this cooks down, you are going to be surprised that it's really not going to be a lot anymore. Hey Loretta, how are you doing? How are you doing? What did everybody eat today? We are making stuffed pasta shells with spinach and beef. I have my marinara sauce already cooking. It's been cooking for a couple hours just so that I can make sure it is so flavorful and so good for my stuffed pasta shells. And then I have beef or ground beef and spinach in here now. I'm going to mix this together, mix this filling together mix this beef and spinach with ricotta cheese, Parmesan cheese, and I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. So there we have it. And see, all that spinach just cooks down to be so much, and it's crazy. I'm going to add a little bit more spinach in there. Just because I really like spinach a lot. But shout out to the 7 people for hitting the like button. And I have my mixing bowl right here. I got my ricotta cheese. I got my 2 eggs right here. Okay, and you can see why you put the egg in there. It kind of helps just bind it all together. It's kind of the same technique if you were making meatloaf. They kind of do the same thing where they put the breadcrumbs and the egg in there. So I'm going to turn my pan off. This is pretty much done. So I have my mixing bowl right here. Let me just clean up a little bit. Let me just clean up and wipe the stove down a little bit. Okay, and the next thing that we're going to start doing is we're going to start mixing our filling together. And we're going to take our beef and spinach off the stove so that, you know, it can start kind of cooling down a little bit. Just because we don't want it to be too hot when we put it into our glass bowl. Or, you know, whatever type of bowl you have. So I have my ricotta cheese right here. And y'all can see, it really don't look too good. It don't look too good. I have a little bit more of my Italian seasoning. I saved a little bit so when I mix it, I'd have even more. And then I got my Parmesan cheese. And I'm gonna see if I need to add more ricotta cheese, but we will definitely see. And then I got my meat right here. It honestly doesn't look too greasy or too watery, so I'm not gonna worry about draining it this particular time. But depending on your ground beef and the how lean it is and how much fat it has, you may need to drain your beef. There we go. Ooh, I'm making a mess over here, Foodie Gang. Somebody come get me. I'm making a mess over here. Okay, so it smells really good. I got my filling that I'm mixing up for my stuffed pasta shells. I have beef in here, ricotta cheese, and spinach. And it looks pretty good for the game, okay? And then I'm just gonna place an egg in here. it cleaned up over here, foodie gang. Come a little bit closer to y'all. Okay, so I have my ricotta cheese, my ground beef in here, and my spinach. And I also have 2 eggs just to help it set up. And I'm just mixing that around. And I have my seasonings in here. I have a little bit of everything up in here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I have my baking dish. I got my baking dish right here. And I'm going to come back to my marinara sauce over here. Put a little bit of marinara sauce on the bottom. Okay, and then I have my pasta shells over here. See how this goes, foodie. So I take a little bit of my filling. Okay, so I have, I'm making stuffed pasta shells with beef and spinach. And so I have my marinara sauce in the bottom of the pan. And I am just stuffing the pasta shells with the mixture that I have made. And then getting them ready to go in the oven and bake. And as you guys can see, this is a little bit of work, but this is going to be so delicious, so I am excited. And I have been seeing these I see these all the time, and I always think, I'm going to try that one day. So today is that day. We are celebrating 200,000 channel views. Thank you guys all so much for watching Foodie Gang. I literally be at home cooking. And I'm so happy that y'all are tuning in. Y'all turn up the fun. Okay, so let me see. It's tricky because the spinach is in there. If I had an ice cream scoop, that probably would be a good idea. But we at where we at, Foodie Gang. So, and what I'm going to do... Ooh, this one tore up. I am going to pour some marinara sauce over the top of this. And then we're going to put it into the oven and have it bake. And while that's baking, we're going to continue on with our pasta making. Put a little too much filling in that one. Okay, y'all think I can squeeze one more in there? I think I can squeeze 2 more in there. so. And you can, if you don't like red sauce, you can make an Alfredo sauce and use an Alfredo sauce instead of red sauce if you're not a fan of red sauce. And I seen some recipes where they were using chicken. So we'll have to try that if these turn out good. Foodie gang, if these turn out good, we'll have to try that. Okay, there we go. Ooh-wee. Looking good, looking good. Okay. So y'all see it. I got the marinara sauce on the bottom, stuffed pasta shells with spinach and ground beef. I am just going to put a little bit of marinara sauce on the top, wrap this in foil, and let it bake. Ooh, and I also have some more cheese to put on top. Gonna put some more marinara sauce on top. And this is homemade marinara sauce. Super delicious. I have a little bit of mozzarella cheese. We're going to put a little bit on there. We're going to wrap this in foil so that the top doesn't bake too fast. And we're going to just let this bake and set up. And we're going to work on building the next one. Foodie King. Kelly said that looks good. Thank you so much, Kelly. This is my first time making this, but I think this is gonna be good. So we got our foil right here. And I got the oven on 400 degrees. We're gonna let this bake for probably like 20 minutes. And we're going to start working on the next one for the game. But y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the channel, become a member, come hang out with the Foodie Gang. Come hang out with the Foodie Gang. Okay, so we have our second pan. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set a timer. Y'all know how I feel about timers, Foodie Gang. Especially if y'all been watching the channel, you know how I feel about timers. We're going to put a little bit more marinara sauce in the bottom. Just to keep the pasta shells from sticking. Because we don't want it to stick, and while they're baking, they'll be baking in the marinara, so they'll be getting a lot of flavor while they're baking. And I'm going to post the recipe to this soon after this live stream. If not today, tomorrow. But I'll try to get to it tonight, Foodie Gang. Just wipe things down. Okay, here we go. We got our filling right here. And this filling does have raw egg in it, so you don't want to consume this. You don't want to consume this until this is cooked all the way, because there is egg in here. So, and What the egg does is it helps it stick together, helps it bind together. The same thing if you're using, if you're making meatloaf, you'll see egg in the recipe for meatloaf just so that the meat can stick together a little bit. Okay, so we are making stuffed pasta shells with spinach and beef. And I made the spinach for y'all. I made the beef for you guys. I have a lot of videos on my channel of me making a meat sauce. Although this sauce doesn't have meat in it, you can use that same recipe to make a marinara sauce. But I made a lot of pasta sauces on here, Foodie Gang. And if you are someone that wants to cook more, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. Join the group on Facebook. Okay, here we go. We got our pasta shells. We got one in the oven already. And we are working on our second batch. And yeah, so I made this marinara sauce from scratch. I used crushed tomatoes and diced tomatoes because those were the tomato products that I had on hand. Yes, crushed tomatoes and diced tomatoes for the marinara sauce. I used fresh garlic, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and a whole bunch of other seasonings that I will be sure that I share with y'all, Foodie Gang, so you can make this recipe at home. Okay. So we got 16 minutes on the clock until they come out. And we finna see what they hitting for. See if there's anything that we can do differently. See if we need to adjust our seasonings for next time. Ooh, one fell up in here. Yes, Foodie Gang, but I am excited about these. Okay, we almost out of filling. That means we made just the right amount. Let's see if I can squeeze one more shell in here. Maybe even, no, one more. Let's see. Alright, we got 14 minutes on the clock for the pasta shells that are in the oven. And we got those ones all done. Let me just clean up real quick. go, foodie gang. Got our stuffed pasta shells with beef and spinach. And shout out to the 10 people for hitting the like button. Thank y'all so much. This is our 200K celebration. And earlier today we celebrated 2K on Facebook fan page. So thank y'all so much, Foodie Gang, for supporting. And I want to do a special shout out to Cat T. Thank you so much for being a part of the gang. Thank you so much. So I'm putting the marinara sauce on top of here. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of mozzarella. And I'm gonna just do the same thing I did with the other one where I put the foil on top. So the other one has about 12 minutes left. So I think like at the 10-minute mark, what I'll do is I'll take the foil off of there so the top can start to brown. We got our bowl right here. Let's get our foil out, put our foil on top of here. So there we have it. We are gonna we're gonna bake this and give that egg a chance to set up and give the filling a chance to really come together. We have our marinara sauce, stuffed pasta shells with spinach and ground beef. I'm gonna cover it with our foil. Sorry about the noise, Foodie Gang. Okay, so it cooked for 10 minutes. We're going to take the foil off and put it back in there and let it go a little bit longer. And I have a little bit of Parmesan cheese I can put on top. Okay, Foodie Gang. So, we got, Loretta said it cooked pretty quick. Yes, it did. It's doing its thing. So we have stuffed pasta shells with meat and spinach. They're in the oven. We cooked it for about 10 minutes. Took the foil off. We're going to see how it looks. And I'm going to post the recipe down below after this live stream. But I want to thank you guys all so much, Foodie Gang, for rocking with the channel, for tuning in, watching me cook all the time, and stopping by. And let me show you guys the other pan. So this one still has to go in the oven, but let me show you guys how the stuffed pasta shells look before they go in the oven. So we have our ricotta cheese, our hamburger, and our spinach, and we have a little bit of marinara sauce on the bottom and the top, and then we put some mozzarella. This has to bake in the oven because it does have raw egg in there, and we have one in the oven right now. And so, you know what, I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and try these pasta shells. I see them all the time. Let me go ahead and see what it's hitting for. Okay, Foodie Gang. So let me talk to y'all about the menu for this week. I want to do another dessert with you guys, but I'm not sure what dessert I'm going to do. So, still thinking about that. If y'all have any dessert ideas that you guys want to see, go ahead and let me know. I'm going to be doing hot dogs 3 ways, but I know I'm going to do a chili hot dog and then a hot dog with peppers and onions, but I'm not sure what the third hot dog is going to be. But hot dogs 3 ways. We have some chicken tacos coming up. I want to do chicken tacos. Really excited about that. I went to the store today and I got a lot of fruits and vegetables. So, we went to the grocery store, Foodie Gang. We got some good food coming up. And speaking of which, when I went to the store, I got fresh parsley. I know you guys have seen me use dry parsley. I feel like if you don't have fresh parsley, dry parsley is good to use. And you eat with your eyes. And I just always feel like I want to make my food look good. Hey, Angela, what's going on? She said, hey, Foodie Gang, that looks really good, Chef. This still has to go in the oven, Angela. I have one in the oven, but I wanted to show you guys how it looks before it goes in the oven. We have stuffed pasta shells with spinach and beef. Really, really yummy. So we got one in the oven, Angela. I just wanted to show y'all what it looks like before it goes in the oven. And I'm just sitting here rambling, running down the clock. And I was telling y'all about the fresh parsley. So if you have dry parsley, that is okay to use. But if you have the opportunity, get fresh garlic and fresh parsley. If you have the opportunity. Now, I know we're on a budget, Foodie Gang, and that's why we got the budget-friendly playlist. And that's why we be doing the budget-friendly meals, because I know we all on a budget. But how is everyone's day going? What did you guys eat today? What did y'all eat today? So, what I'm going to do with this second batch is we're going to wrap it in our foil throw it in the, or not throw it, but put it in the oven and let it cook so that the raw egg that's in here can set up. Loretta said I ate California rolls. That's the sushi rolls, right? The California ones. I feel like rice, cucumbers, and tuna salad comes in that. Am I saying it wrong? What's the ingredients for a California roll? Let me know, foodie gang. Okay, so I just peeked in the oven and I'm getting like the smell from the marinara, like the garlic and the herbs, and then I'm getting the cheese. I'm smelling the ricotta cheese. Loretta said cloves. Okay, so foodie gang, what are the ingredients for a California roll? What is the ingredients? And see, during the summer, I had sushi rolls at the lake. And you guys, sushi is so complicated. I talked all about it. Loretta said cucumber, avocado, and seafood. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. They have so many different combinations that the sushi chefs have to study sushi for years and years because they have so many different combinations. It really is an art to making sushi, and we tried it and it was very difficult. Angela said, I DoorDash African rice and beans. I have ordered it at least 25 times. That sounds good. I don't know if I've ever had that before, but that sounds yummy and very flavorful. And Loretta agrees. She said, Angela, that sounds good. But hit the like button, foodie gang. Okay, so let me look at these. And let me just stop this before this timer goes off. I'm going to put 5 more minutes on it so that the top can start to burn. I know, foodie gang, y'all tired of waiting, but we got time, y'all. We got time. Our food has to be cooked right. Has to be cooked right. So let me know, what is your favorite pasta? What is your favorite pasta, foodie gang? Okay, so y'all know what I'm gonna say, especially if you already been watching 907 Good Eats. I'm gonna have to say that my favorite pasta is spaghetti, hands down. But chicken Alfredo is coming close. And Loretta said Alfredo. But food again, let me know what your favorite pasta is. So I have a poll on my community wall for when we get to 5,000 subscribers. You guys know that we are close. And it looks like the Cajun chicken, the Cajun Alfredo is in the lead. Y'all want to see the chicken Cajun Alfredo is what it's looking like. But we are not at 5,000 yet. So when we get to 5,000, that's when I'll look at the poll results if they're still open and decide then. And Angela said rigatoni or baked ziti with meat sauce. Okay, so rigatoni are the wide noodles. They're really good. It looks like a big noodle pretty much. And it's really, really good. It's really good. You know what? Until I started working in the kitchen, I had no idea that they have so many different pasta shapes. I did not know that. When I grew up, we only ate elbow. We only ate elbows. I think we have penne and then maybe fettuccine. and spaghetti, but we didn't eat a lot of different other types of pastas. So until I started working in the kitchen, I didn't know that they had all those different types of pastas. That was news to me. That was news to me. Okay, so y'all peeked. It's looking good. It's going to be ready in a couple of minutes. Are y'all ready for the reveal? This is my first time trying the stuffed pasta shells, but I think I did a good job. We're going to bake this pan in the oven, and it's looking like 25 to 30 minutes at 400 degrees. You can cook it longer if you would like. I am doing a live stream though, so we gotta go. We got to go. Okay, so yes, hot dogs 3 ways is on the menu. Chicken tacos is on the menu. There was something else, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, do you guys want to do another burger? Foodie Gang, do you guys want to do another burger? Because we can do another burger. Soon we can do another burger. What do you guys want to see me cook here at 907 Good East? Let me know. What do y'all want to eat? What do y'all want the recipe for? Okay, let me bring this back a little bit. So, our stuffed pasta shells are out of the oven. I'm gonna let those cool while we chit chat for a little bit. And Loretta said, "Have you done apple crisp?" No, I have not, and it's funny that you say that because today I brought a lot of apples. So maybe we can definitely do an apple crisp. That sounds delicious. I really like desserts with apples and peaches. Really, really good. But that's a great idea, Loretta. An apple crisp. And I want to bake more on this channel, so that's definitely a possibility. So we got our stuffed pasta shells with spinach and hamburger. I mean spinach and beef. Now we're just gonna put a little bit of parsley on top, and there you have it. All done, ready to go. And then we got our second batch in the oven right now. And y'all know what the fork means. And Loretta said it's my favorite. And Angela said hot dog burnt ends with baked beans are good. Also, Chicago hot dogs are good. What comes on a Chicago hot dog? Ooh, y'all. Definitely looks flavorful. Mm-mm-mm. That's good. Ooh, that's hot too. That's good, Foodie Gang. Oh my goodness. You gotta try this at home. Really, really good. Stuffed pasta shells with spinach and beef. And you can even cook your pasta shells for a little bit longer. Y'all know I'm doing a live stream, so we gotta go. But really, really good. And Angela said it comes Chicago hot dogs come with pickles, mild sport peppers, tomatoes, celery salt, onions, and green relish. I've never seen that before. And Loretta said, I'm gonna try this. But y'all, this is very flavorful. I use fresh garlic. I did use dry herbs, but if you want to use fresh, you can. Super, super yummy. Mm. Mm. This filling, the ground beef and the spinach is so good. So good. Wow. One thing I'm happy about when I do cook this food again is that I have such good food for leftovers. And it's so much easier and better cooking at home than it is to go out, especially in today's time. It is super expensive. And Kelly said it looks so good. Thank you so much. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And shout out to the 13 people for hitting the like button. Alright, Foodie Gang. So I went live earlier today. Make sure y'all check out that live stream. And Heck said looks tasty stuffed pasta shells with spinach and beef. I tasted it for you guys, and let me tell you, you can just taste the fresh garlic. You can taste the herbs, and it just tastes so good. And then there's 3 different types of cheese in here. For the filling, I use Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan cheese, and ricotta cheese. And then for the top, I use mozzarella cheese. So there are 3 different types of cheese in here. If you are making this dish, Foodie Gang, I recommend that you use fresh garlic if possible. If not, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Not an end all be all. But y'all hit the like button. And Angela said that's a good dish even for the holidays. And Angela, I'm so glad that you mentioned the holidays, Foodie Gang, because remember I was telling you guys that I went to the store today? I got fresh cranberries. I'm going to show you guys how to make a cranberry sauce. I'm going to show you how to make stuffing and also how to make cornbread stuffing. And I already have a video on how to make gravy. I will most likely do that video again. I know so many of you at home want to make gravy but have a little bit of trouble. So I'm here to help. Alright, so, and last year, my first live stream on this channel was actually me seasoning my turkey for Thanksgiving. So I am so passionate about the holidays. And this would be a good dish for the holidays. This is also a good potluck dish. If you are going to a potluck, because, you know, you can just take one of these and you get really, really full. And this was so delicious. You can just see the marinara sauce, the ricotta cheese. And you can see how it's still so hot. And Angela said, yes, yes, this is a good potluck dish. And if you're someone who doesn't eat meat, you can put like vegetables in the inside, like mushrooms, peppers. You could do a veggie filling instead. So many options. So many options. But Foodie Gang, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Shout out to the 13 people for hitting the like button. This is our 200K celebration. Thank you guys all for watching. 200,000 channel views. Thank y'all so much for watching me cook. Thank y'all for coming to my kitchen. Day in and day out. Y'all don't get tired. Y'all be ready to cook. Y'all be ready to eat. But thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I'm sure I will be going live tomorrow. And for all my members, thank you guys so much. And like I said, you can always support the channel, # Chef Big Bank, or you can send a super chat or a super thanks. But have a good day. Eat good food. Stay prayed up. Give a compliment. And I'll see y'all in the next one, Foodie Gang. And Angela said, thanks for watching this live tonight. Yes, and share this with your friends. We're almost at 5K. And we're just going to keep growing. Things are going to keep getting better. And of course, we're going to have yummy food here all the time, Foodie Gang. But I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.